Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I am the Ephemeral One, and welcome back to more Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin. Last time, we began our journey. Well, we completed our journey through the Sunken King's domain. The ruler of the faithful, dedicated to a dragon that was trying to preserve the world by simply existing. By preventing the poison in him from getting out. Now, as things stand now, yep, small orange bird to help them resist fire damage. Actually, I'm about halfway, so I should actually pop a restore my humanity, because I'm probably going to need the health. Okay. Let's see. Trying to remember where exactly I died last time. It was... Oh, yeah. I believe it was over there for the healing. Okay. So we need to go down to where the elevator is. So yeah, we should be able to drop down here. The armor's up. Alright. There it is. Alright. Let's see. Right, because we can drop down here. And that'll bring us around. Honestly, I would be better off going to the foyer, really. But I'm already here, so might as well take the long way. You know what, on second thought, what am I doing? I'm being stupid. I know I should go to the foyer, because this is all extra. Yeah, because this is all extra, and this is all just stuff that's gonna... Alright. And... there we go. It can be rough waiting for that to happen. Yeah, because this just brings us down, and then we still have to fight the armor there. Yeah, like... and there's still the big armor. Yeah. And then when he turns around and runs into the flames... there we go. Alright. Alright. Yeah. Because then from here... there's the firebomb one. Alright. The one throwing the fire bombs. Okay, got my stamina back. Nice. Last life gem. Or we could go to the mid one. Okay. Yeah, so I already explored that. Okay, so that's where I died. Okay. So not actually that far. Not that I had a huge amount of souls, but you know, more is, yeah, like, it is impressive how, yeah, okay, yep, use the smelter wedge. Thankfully, you're immune while doing this animation. But now, alright, yep, he's trying to just kick me out. There we go. Got through the door. Now we can finally fight this prick. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Things are now much simpler. Alright, I have the Simpleton's ring on so I can see the invincibility frames. Alright. So I know it'll be on his left shoulder now, so then I can go left here without getting hit. Now I want to be away because his left shoulder is the one. Because typically to the left is where you want to, because that's the hand swinging. Yeah. You want to time your attacks while the left pauldron isn't going to be firing. Soul of the Dahlia, Bride of Ash. Which sits us at a cool, comfortable 6. Out of a potential 8, I want to say. Meanwhile, the rest of these rooms... Flame Butterfly. As I say, and hidden on the ledge behind it, Titanite Slab and Chunks. Yeah. No mimics so far. Though mimics are creations of Aldia, as you might expect. Life ring plus 3. What would that put us up to, just out of curiosity? So we currently have 1727. A plus 3 would put it a considerable amount. 1974. Now that's a life bar, ladies and gentlemen. This door. A broadsword plus 7. Petrified something, and the Titanite shards. Yeah. Broadsword, basic but usable. Pretty much the whole length of the game, really. Gorgeous view. But nothing else. Just another way for the big guy to force you off. So, that's another layer to this place. Alright. Oh, just missed it. Okay. So we can drop down. Oh. Oof. I can't tell you the number of times I've accidentally nearly walked off. Okay. And there's this little hidden alcove over here. With another chest. The Pilgrim's Spontoon. I believe it's a spear of some kind. Yep. A spontoon used by warriors on pilgrimage. Rather worn from long journey, it is doubtless seen. a spear which also doubles as a catalyst for sorceries, making it an ideal choice for light-footed pilgrims. So, in magic it can allow you to cast. It's a staff as well as a spear. Note that it requires both. It's very focused on hexes because it requires both 30 faith and intelligence. So, if you want a spear but still want to cast, this is obviously an excellent choice for you. Alright. Now let's see. Okay. Now that we're moving the elevators, we can start using them. Let's see. We'll ride this one up, because there's no other way to get here. Okay, pick one direction. And right. Ooh, I hear lots of fire roaring back here. And explosive barrels. That's promising. Alright. Trap, tie attacking. Yeah. Because we saw this earlier. There it is. Yep. Because without the armor would set off all the other barrels here. Oop. Okay. So, still got singed just a little. Life ring is definitely nice. Though I think really fire is going to be what we want. And second burst, same as the first. There we go. Yeah. And there you get to see all those armors getting roasted. Nice. Yeah, at least they're weaker than they would be otherwise. Alright. But yeah, it's still a horde. Yep. Now just get out of their way. I'm gonna suggest healing for this. Yep. Now, being on the stairs does mean some of the armor's attacks, because their nature it's floating, actually go over your head. So that can come in handy. But yeah, choke point them on the stairs. Nothing you haven't dealt with a dozen times before. Stay calm. Pay attention. And there's nothing you can't handle. Alright, that's the easy way back. And your reward for reaching through here. This 4 more smelter wedges. So, because we had run out, that last one we used was in fact the last one we had. But that means there's more to Nadalia still around the castle. So, we'll have to take the moment and keep looking. By the way, yeah, this one's a death abyss. So, do not drop under it. Like you might have noticed when I looked earlier, there is a path underneath the other elevator, but I think it's nothing major. And good thing we went for that, because we just get invaded by Dark Spirit Prowlers. Now, this is a bit unique. This Dark Spirit is not one individual. Yeah. It is, in fact, several. Yep. Oh, got me bleeding. So you lowered my stamina for a bit. Which, honestly, I kind of prefer as the effect rather than the massive, stupid damage that bleeding turns into. Alright. Note that we didn't get the "you defeated the Prowlers." Well, the reason being is that there's an S at the end of that type name. Yep. Their design, I honestly cannot help but think of them as just the Dark Souls equivalent to the Predators from those movies. So, again, yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty much dead here. Yep. 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 Just... Yep. Yep. Got me. Got me. I went the wrong direction. Yeah, these are pretty much a Predator reference. But as far as in-lore game, I mean, it's clear they were hired by the Iron King to watch over this place. And when it was all burned out, they simply kept on. After all, hell of a place to call your home, huh? Alright. Alright. But now that we know where they are, naturally you can head down, but let's keep going. Getting ganked by the Prowlers is not an uncommon thing. You're meant to be able to fight a good group of them, but hey, we all have our limitations. Honestly, they're a little easier once they've actually been spawned, because they'll remain now. So you'll be able to see them. Though note, this first one isn't here anymore. These are actually designed so you take... Yeah. Basically, this may take you a couple times, but I believe each one you kill doesn't come back. If I remember correctly. So it's one of these cases where it may take you a couple tries and lives. But double chug. Yeah. Yep. And get up here where I got some more motion. Okay. Okay. Now I can start getting... Okay. Yep. Get my stamina up. Okay. Yeah, I believe each one you manage to kill is permanently dead. It's just a matter of getting through all of them. But... Oh, did one of them fall off, maybe? Oh, well. Oh, no, he went back. And there we go. The Prowlers are no more. The idol of Egil. I assume the god. And at the very heights, we find at the very top, death ahead. A set of armor and a great heavy blade. Well, we have enough. Do we have enough souls to level? Yes. So I'm gonna go level real quick. Before we engage with this. Where did she go? Ah.
Bearer of the until.
Yep. That extra stamina, 40 stamina will be huge. Alright. So the place we found is the smelter throne. At the heights of the tower, protected by the dark souls of the Prowler, is a set of armor and a sword. Alas, nothing happened. Much a remembrance of what we saw with the trees before we got the Ashen Mist. Nothing happened because we didn't have the key item. So, we've been to the heights of this place. Now, let's plumb its truest depths. Alright. Down we go. Alright, so you don't want that one. I believe it's this one will bring us down to where we need to be. Ah, yeah. Okay. Because I fell down there. But if we can make it up here... First, there's an item. It's a strength ring. Just increases your strength by, was it 5? An oddly deformed iron ring increases the strength of its wearer. The old Iron King ruled over a great age of iron. The king's power allowed him to mold iron freely, as if he held sway over the forces of life and creation. So yeah, just gives you 5 extra points of strength. Yeah. I mean, it's hard to argue with just 5 more points of power. Alright. There we go. Their battle axe. Note that it's, for them, it's just a very basic weapon. Again, just showing we did only make it to the lower path, just one up just to get that ring. Got him. There we go. Now let's see, if I remember right, yeah, there's the holes in the floor you have to be wary of. Alright, come in. Walk a little closer. There we go. Got him. There we go. And yeah, you don't want to fall down that hole there. Much as it may seem like it, it actually is more of a pain than it's worth. Alright. Because that one leads you to that floor, which leads pretty much the whole damn way down. So you want to take it where you can drop down safely and remove these threats so that they don't ambush you on the way down. So yeah, like here we're safe. That big hole will just push you further down, and you can hear one of the giant armors ready to... Got it. Nice. Ow. Yep, and caught me. I rolled the wrong direction. I was trying to pull back. Oh well. I tend to mess up a lot. Yeah, this is endgame. Alright. I mean, ideally, and if you want to do it the most safe method possible, just shoot them from above. Chuck items, throw bombs, you know, the usual. So yeah. But it's not like there's hard to get back to where we were. Yep. Nice and easy. Small orange burr again. Just a sort of storyline point of these guys basically knew they were working around fire, so something that makes you resist it would obviously be welcome. So it's no surprise these soldiers, even after going hollow, have them tucked away in their pocket. Alright. There we go. Alright. Yep. Yeah, this was just me screwing around a little too much. Alright. There we go. Yeah, like that easy. Like, I have the weaponry to do so. It's just being... Stop being silly and take it more seriously. A partisan, and a very advanced spear. And here, without all those extras, is just one of the giants, who all you have to do is beat him now by himself. Yep, which is simple. Yep. Ow. Yeah, these guys give you more than enough time to roll out of the way. It's honestly just more a matter of taking your watching your stamina. There we go. And which shoulder is spewing fire. And good. And now we've reached the beginning of the end. Dash required, therefore dashing through. This is because these armors are currently enchanted and they are just going to keep getting up. So, yep, Okay. So this switch, this elevator, I'm trying to remember. Is it the elevator you need? Yep. Alright. And you can see this is a very special place because this is the place where you can see several of, was it Nishandra? What's her name? Nadalia's soul. Note that Nadalia's soul is getting pretty full. Now, we're also close to a bonfire. However, this place is the most defended place in the tower. As you can see, there are buffed and healed of these statues. Yeah, they take practically half damage, and they're gonna be healed by the statue if you let her go near. Ah, that. Okay, got that. Naturally. Yep. Heal up. Ow. And there are more of them down here. Yeah, if you can roll perfectly from them, you'll always have more stamina than if you block. And yeah. Yep, this area just sucks. But right over there is what we're looking for, so what we will do is keep running. There we go. Lowermost floor. Alright. And now we can die a couple of times without worrying too much. Nadalia. Number 1 done. Nadalia, Bride of Ash. Nadalia number 2. And yes, I know I've accidentally deactivated my shield. Yep. And I accidentally put it away. Alright. And yeah. Yep. Yeah, it got me bleeding. Lower stamina and stamina regen for a moment. Okay. Yep. Alright, let's get rid of these. Your first issue down here is always going to be getting rid of the Nadalia statues. Ow. Yep. And the kick just breaks your guard. Okay. Alright. Yep. Nice. Hey, I didn't know they dropped Fire Drake Stones. Huh. That's kind of nice. 3 more Titanite chunks. Well, that'll go far towards getting our bow up, and then I can just start spamming great arrows. Yep. Alright. Okay. There we go. Oof. Alright, another one down. We still have how many smelter wedges? We're down to our last one. But of course, alright. Now, 10 pieces, but it's still not done. This is only a fragment of a soul and cannot be used in this state. In fact, there's another one there. And we're out of smelter wedges. Well, surely that won't be a huge issue, right? Right. But we should double back on ourselves just to see if we can find some more. After all, it's a huge tower. By the way, those Nadalia statues were the ones buffing the armors up here. Just ahead, then hurrah for treasure. And what could be in here? The sorcery clutch ring. Lets you do more magic damage. So, if you need the buff, feel free. Yep. But yeah, just to show off, yeah, these Nadalia statues were the ones causing these armors to resurrect and be really buffed. But as it stands, we've reached the lowest and most full floor. So let's show off what's actually down there. At the very bottom is... Note that there's a giant blade sticking out the back of this thing. This is one of the largest warriors. Remember that the way they describe it, the Iron King who succumbed to the flames that swallowed his castle. This place was where he was building his army. And note that nothing but ash drops down here. From all that burning, this is what builds up. Nadalia, the Bride of Ash. Broken and shattered across the entirety of this place. And here in the very base of it all, surrounded by the broken armors of the would-be warriors, the Fume Knight. A rough fight no matter where you are. This guy is fast and was actually a former servant of Vendrick, Raime, the traitor warrior. A superb swordsman who lost the position to Verstadt. Or, it might be better to say, he was the truest king's servant who dared question Vendrick. And Verstadt, being, as we've seen, actually a loyal retainer of the queen, Nashandra, was more focused on, was pushed him away. Nope, the Fume Knight's wide swings are easily swept, are easily dodged. It's his own sword that's honestly the difficult one to deal with. But it also represents his dual loyalties. He's torn between the heavy blade of being the Knight of the Fume and the sword that brought him this far under Vendrick. Oh, but he's chosen. After this point, he will fight you using just the sword as the Fume Knight. Yep. I don't have time to heal, so I am dead. But, just to show how adept he is with that blade. The Fume Knight is quite the challenge, huh? Note that if Nadalia's statues are still up, he can be healed by them. He is her champion, after all. And we do get some help. Steelheart Ellie. Offers her services to getting us to this fight. Yep. Yep. She doesn't hit very hard, but she does distract very well, and she definitely has the endurance to keep enemies off your back. Alright. Yeah. Though this is a fight a lot of people... This is probably one of the roughest technical fights in the entire game. Just from a technical aspect, or essentially just from what you are expected to do, which is a lot of his attacks are easily I won't say easily, are dodgeable. But he is in fact one of the quickest enemies you're going to fight. I'm just making sure I got all the help I can get. Because I thought I remembered there being like someone else. Might just be my memory playing tricks on me. Oh well. Okay. Yeah, so, let's head in and try again. We have more health and we have more... And we have more Estus Flask charges, so... Alright. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, the only downside is when it's more than one person, the Fume Knight tends to get to the point where he's, yeah, a little harder to dodge. So, yeah. Now, I don't believe his stats drop if you lose an ally. So it is a dedicated thing of... Ow. Thought I could take it on the shield, but I couldn't, so... Alright. At the very least, we are now getting him into phase 2. Ow. It is so tight to dodge his crap. Yep, and there we go. Yeah, as you can see, because we're near the Ashen Idol, yep, all his HP comes back, making this a relatively futile fight in many ways. So yeah, one of the biggest things you have to do in this fight is never let him near that. Ow. Yeah. And he's going to explode. Yeah. Again, this is one of the roughest fights. Yep. Yep. It is knowing his patterns. Honestly, he's one of those bosses that aiming for basically a real hit run might be easier than honestly trying to... Because he's got a pattern, it's just extremely... Yeah, it's just learning his attack pattern. Yep. And... Oh, come on! If you're gonna go for the damn... Because now he's gonna go for the second swing, yeah. Yep. At least it's never short in trying to go for the no-hit run with him. Yeah, and those fireballs hit a lot harder than you think, but more importantly, they stun you. And I'm dead. Yep. But yeah, this fight... Yeah. Yeah, like... He'd be much lower if I hadn't got that heal. But that's the problem with this fight. You have to control where he's going and keep him away from the healing at all times. Yep. Yep. Yeah, I'm probably gonna lose this, but... Oh, come on! Go for the 2-hit. There, at least I can get a hit attack in. Yep. I said I wasn't going to win. I know that. Alright. But yeah. That, ladies and gentlemen, is... Oh, what the hell. We'll actually bring another player. It'll be in one instance I actually consider taking someone else with me. Just because this is always usual. This is one of those fights where it's easy to get screwed over. Alright. Alright. Not bad. And obviously they're a player who's been spending way too much time playing because I recognize the equipment they're using. And it's just a build that'll... Hello. Alright, let's do this. Yeah, the reason they're wearing no armor is because they're confident in their ability to dodge most of this. And the real weakness to the Fume Knight is naturally a lot of magic, actually. But of course, when you're using a lot of magic... Alright. It is one of those things of... It's very easy to get one shot by this guy, so... Especially in second phase. Alright. Nice. Oh, I got caught. There we go, second phase starts. Over here. And you get away from it. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Yeah, this is... Ow. Yeah. Yep. Ow. Yeah, that's stagger on him. Double chug. Alright. Alright. Oh, Ellie was in my way. I didn't even see Ellie. Alright. There it is. Yep. Alright. There it is. Yeah. Getting damage output on him is not easy. Slower weapons honestly make it very difficult. And he was guarding one of the pieces. A sunlight medal. And at the very base and bottom, crown of the old Iron King. A faint heat lingers in the ancient crown. Note, though, we still don't have Nadalia's full soul. And the Iron King's helmet. Crown of the old Iron King who once ruled this land. The king sunk below the scorching iron, who met one whose name must never be repeated and became Icarus Earth. But these were the events of long ago, and today no one even remembers the king's name. So yeah, nope. We did also get the soul of the Fume Knight. Soul of the Fume Knight that guards the dungeon of Broom Tower. Rhyme was a distinguished knight who became infatuated with the Bride of Ash and settled in the land of smoke and fog. So, note that his is tainted by dark because his is obsessed with Nadalia's. He sought to be a king and never quite made it. But, such is like they said, those are the events of the ancient past and forgotten now. So, we'll level up
until
real quick for the endurance. Yeah, just keep pumping HP and endurance at this point. Alright. Because then we can also buff our longbow. Reinforce the Elan Great Bow we picked up. Plenty of chunks to do that. And a slab.
I'll be around.
Alright. So then from there, the next place we needed to go. Alright, I truly do not remember where that last smelter wedge is, because it's just in a chest somewhere. Let me look it up. Because it's the last one, and it's one I always miss, because it's... Okay. Oh, okay. No, I haven't missed it. Okay. Nope, I forgot. There's a step we have to take. Okay, nope, I hadn't missed it. I completely forgot the order of things. I thought you needed her soul first. But where we need to go now that we've defeated the Fume Knight... This armor starts to glow. The soul of his most honored knight draws us in. Because the Fume Knight, memory of the old Iron King himself, the Drifter Swordsman Idel, and Steel-Willed Lori. Before we summon them, though, I'd like to... One cannot reside in memory for long, so you are on another time limit. The memory of these soldiers, and the fiery lizards who lived here along them. Nice. You do have a time limit, but it's not as great. It's not as tight as you might think it is. Rusted coins. And yeah. So, to get around... Yeah. Yep. And yeah, as you might expect, there's plenty of these Elan soldiers to run up behind you again and again. Luckily, they still have that nice drop rate where they're really good at dropping goods for you. Smooth silky stones, human effigies, all bait to just try and get you shot by the big lizard. But there we go. Yep. Ah, okay. Yep, their gauntlets, their boots. But yeah. Alright. You know what? Let's use the Dragon Charm to get our HP back. It's slow. Okay, managed to bait out the captain. Yep. Yeah, as you can see, the captains are a little fancy. And insist on being so. Alright. And this one drops cracked red eye orbs. Alright, now that we've cleared this out, now I'm going to summon our help. Because I want to at least clear this room out, so I don't have to worry about them losing extra HP, because I want their help for the boss as much as possible. Because this place can be a little rough. So Steel-Willed Lori, Drifter Swordsman Idel, and I'll talk about the usual. Like in many things in this game, there is an actual, I guess you would call them, Easter eggs. And there's one famous one with this particular fight where I'm never going to do that. I don't care how, awesome it supposedly is. Visions of a Liar. Probably somebody said there was a hidden door. Be wary of Sniper. Alright, because you can't get back up. Yep. Yep. Nice. There we go. Yeah, snipers. Luckily, I'm not alone. So, these two make these two make tempting targets, so it's usually pretty easy to bait out these shots. Alright. Alright, regular soul. Yep. There we go. Got him. Radiant Life Gem, love to see it. Alright. And yeah, that's the boss. Okay. So, repair powders. Oh, what the hell? Let's go clean this area out. It'll leave us less time for the boss, but... oh well. Yep, as I say, I figured there had to be a couple more soldiers down here. Yep. Ah, Archer. Okay, that's a way back up. Idel, move. Thank you. I'm gonna go take care of the lizard. Because without the lizard, that's nowhere near as dangerous. Alright. That's all ways back up. I was gonna say, I don't remember if there's an item down here specifically. Or if this was all just a waste of time. Might be the waste of time, but we'll see. Alright, because there is this stairwell up. Yeah, no. Okay. Oh well. Lost a little HP, lost a little time. Nothing major. Alright, now for the fight. Alright, so the most staunch and final fight, this Sir Alan of the Eastern, Warrior of the East. Now, I'll say this. Yes, there is a secret Easter egg that if you manage to perfectly dodge all of his attacks, rather than having to kill him, he will commit seppuku if you never take damage from him. I wish you the best of luck doing that. I am not ever going to. I'm sorry, that kind of Easter egg is cool and all, but it requires so much precision timing that it is not worth it in my opinion. Yep. You can see even on a 3-on-1, Alan is absolutely unflinching. Of course, the whole thing with Alan is the whole, what if Samurai had access to iron like the Western Knights did? That's pretty much the entire point of this, because that's a classic, for those who are fascinated with, those who are big into medieval study of weaponry and technology. For a lot of them, it's the limitation of samurai is that they didn't have access to a lot of iron, so they had to stretch it as much as possible, which is why they had, which is why they had to, their weapons were made using a minimum amount. They had to work with what steel they had access to. Make no mistake, it is entirely possible to evade every one of Sir Alan's attacks. And it is entirely possible to do the no-hit thing, but I don't know. It's just one of those things of, that's a cool Easter egg, I'm not going to go for it. Yep. I mean, he has a great many attacks, and he loves to stagger and alter them. Yep, and then he'll... Yep. Nice. Yeah, the thrust is obviously the easiest one to take advantage of. And yes, that Dark Blade is actually a grab. Because he wouldn't be a pain in the ass boss if he didn't have a grab. Yep, there goes Lori. Nice. When you're dodging that aerial attack, basically wait till he's already at the peak of his jump, then roll. Nope. Nope. And dead. I forget. I did miscounted my Estus. I thought I had one more. And try again. Now, if any place was to get me to the point where I start seeing less and less enemies, this fight with Sir Alan would be it. Memory of the Old Iron King. So what healing do I have left? Alright. I always love the little kick that... Remember that humanity in Dark Souls 1 also restored your HP? And how that's not a thing anymore? And now you see why I go through and do... You'll also now get an idea of why I am particular about clearing out this first floor before I summon my allies. I want them to have as much HP as possible, because Alan just absolutely burns through your HP. It is just what he does. Alright. Yep. Okay. Give me a break. Alright. Luckily, the lizards don't turn around, so they're easy prey. Yep. But yeah, I have ended up losing whole, having there being reduced enemies because of how many times I had to run up to Sir Alan. Yep. It just simply is. He is a rough fight, just a technical rough fight. Especially after you had to deal with a Fume Knight. Yep. But that's exactly it. What this is training you for is to deal with the technical fights. The fights that are, well, it's just you, him, no gimmicks, no real special thing to it. Can you put him down? And typically the answer is eventually yes. But it's gonna take me a few tries. Alright. That's just unfortunately my skill level. And some people can feel bad about that, whereas I just kind of am like, well, if this is what it takes for me to win, it's what it takes for me to win. And it's not going to be easy. And yes, there is an argument of whether or not to bring these two at all. Because naturally, he has less HP, and his attacks are a little more predictable when he's only attacking you yourself. So it may be you pick only one, or you bring neither of them. For some people, that is the answer. So, it's up to you, really. Find what feels comfortable for you and how you think you should approach these bosses. This is not an end-all be-all guide. I'm simply trying to guide you through the world of Dark Souls 2. The mechanics, the perfect runs, that's someone else you're looking for. Yep. There we go. Hey, Adele, you get caught or something? No. We'll deal with him in a minute. There we go. Come around the corner. Oh no, there he is. I'm like, you get lost, buddy? Wow. Okay, so he is aiming for the... There we go. Hey, their helmet. Yeah, the Elan Knights have that really nice drop rate. Okay. Radiant Life Gem. Pop 2 of them just to get me up to full. Anything else? Well, I haven't been using them, but let's start using some buffs. So let's do Old Growth Bomb. And let's go let's do just straight up Gold Pine Resin. See if that doesn't help. Alright. Round 2, Sir Elan. Wow, he went straight for the other two. Nice. Yep. Okay. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, got me good on that one. Heal up. Yep. Now it's funny, one of my favorite fights is Maria of the Clock Tower. And some people do equate this with, if you want to fight him properly, you pretty much have to dance much like you do with Maria. But I don't know, his always felt too stiff. His combinations to... I'd say it's actually more the system itself of Dark Souls 2 feels a little too stiff to me to really feel like a dance. And I say that, and people will say, well, what's your opinion on Sekiro? I can't get into the parry of Sekiro. Feels like playing a rhythm game. And I'm infamously bad at that. Nice. Alright, Lori's down. Okay, had just enough stamina to get out of that. Yep. Alright. 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 Ow. Nope. No, I know that attack. Yep, got out of there. Alright. Again, it's when what you're looking to roll during is the peak of his jump. He'll adjust mid-rise. It may seem like I'm talking out of my ass for that, but it's the truth. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Heal up. Luckily, he can't grab your allies. And we got him. Whew. The soul of Sir Alon. Note, his is pristine, untainted by the dark. Soul of Sir Alon, who once served the old Iron King. Sir Alon came from an eastern land, and became the king's most trusted knight. So much so, he watched over Broom Tower, the source of his strength. Visions of comfort, and then true joy. Think about that. All the Alon Knights we came here with, we fought through. We're here to protect this land. And all we can see out is the dusty end of the year. End of the world. And so we've made it. The Iron King's throne that he protected to his last breath. And the final item, a smelter wedge. The last one you need. Alright. Trying to remember.
Bearer unto
Level up. More health. Alright. Then the last thing we need... Trying to remember, who sells... Foyer, lowermost, smelter throne. It's the lowermost floor we need to go. Alright. Alright. We're almost done here. Alright. Yep. Almost there. Just one more idiot, and then we can reach Nadalia. she broke herself into 12 pieces and wandered the castle. And it was later Rhyme, after being cast out by Vendrick, who found this place and felt a sort of kindred spirit in Nadalia. Her having lost their chance at happiness. Goodbye. And now we have the true, complete soul. True soul of Nadalia acquired. In the act of dancing, the Bride of Ash was transfigured as smoke, enticing people to her residence, and so her seat of power came to be known as the Broom Tower. So, we've now gained... So in both cases, the king was destroyed long before she arrived, so Nadalia was left with nothing. The queen's throne, in the depths, the ash, that's all, which was her inheritance, as the king had already died. In the sunken temple, the king was killed protecting the dragon he believed in. Well, that leaves us one other place. But let's see if we've got... Obviously, Stride doesn't get anything else, I don't believe. I believe it's just going down to Brightstone Cove. Alright. Yep. Yeah. Alright. Nice. Yeah. Yep. Heal up. Yeah. Just gonna tank it. Rogue water. So. Yep. Yep. Yeah. You can't hit me from here. Alright. There. Finally. Alright, let's take a look. Trade. So, for the Fume Knight, we can get his Fume Sword, imbued with the dark of Nadalia. The exiled swordsman Raime had the ability to expunge the black fog, but chose instead to live alongside it in the company of the child of dark that haunts his sword. So Nadalia possessed his weapon. The Ultra Greatsword had the ability. Okay, so yeah, so his sword, whether you use his sword personally, note that it does dark damage. It scales with your dark as well as your dexterity, not your strength. Or the Ultra Greatsword, that does S rank on strength, but only D. Still, pretty good weapon overall. Ancient sword, of course, Sir Alon's katana. Forged from the soul of Sir Alon, the captivating undulating design serves to enhance this weapon's mystical allure. Alon came from the east and soon became the Iron King's most trusted knight. When he departed, the old Iron King bequeathed Sir Alon's name to his Iron Warriors. Let's see. Ilana Nadalia. The Chime of Screams. Sacred chime formed from the soul of Nadalia, Bride of Ash. Nothing appears sacred about this frightful design of this chime, but it does have the benefit of raising one's faith. The oozing, frozen iron forming a bell seems to anticipate a scream. So I believe that's the only thing her soul becomes. So, there are a couple nice items. The Ultra Great Sword is obviously very nice, but it's an Ultra Great Sword. I'm not honestly, and that's a katana. Swords are too commonly used in these games. I typically don't like using them. The Chime does require 26 faith, but it does scale off your lightning and dark damage, so. The Scream of Frustration, Anger.
Come again.
Alright. So we're there. Oh, actually, don't you sell...
What?
Buy items. Don't you sell... No, you don't.
Come again.
Alright. Alright. So who was that sold the Ultra... Who sold... I'm legitimately trying to remember. There's a merchant who sells... Oh! Doi. Aldia's Keep. What's his name? The mage. I believe he sells the, great arrows. Alright. But yeah. I hate that you have that attack. It's not even that devastating, it's just annoying because it just drops you. And all it is them just body slamming you to the floor. Alright.
I haven't said anything. I haven't. Absolutely. Do not attempt to help me. Just... Please. No, please. Don't go.
Oh! I can...
Just leave me. Leave this place and leave me.
Oh, I completely forgot. Which one of the two of the... That's what it is. Which one of the two you see? Here, as dependent on which one of you, whether you're hollow or not. If you're hollow, you see the evil monstrosity. If you're human, he'll plead with you to not do, and that's how you're supposed to learn how to defraud himself. But I didn't bother engaging because that's just one of those quest lines that's just like, I could, or I could just listen to myself and just do it this way. Alright, over here. There we go. Just so I don't have to bother with you all. Over here. Okay, petrify me. Thank you. And that's one of several poses, and somebody will eventually find... Because one of the cute little things for the online is sometimes with the... If you get petrified, you can end up being a statue in someone else's world. Just one of those cute little Easter eggs you can activate in this game. All right. Because now I just need great arrows. There we go. And now that I'm cursed, which, notice being petrified does lower your HP, give you a very advanced curse.
What do you require? You've been good to me.
Buy item? Yep, great arrows. Lightning fire. Okay. We'll split it. I can do 210, so we'll definitely do down to 105. And then the rest, with fire ones.
Find what?
Yep. Because that, ladies and gentlemen, leaves us with... Alright, so... Yeah, 464 and 360 damage on each individual shot. Of course, they're just really just to get rid of annoying spellcasters and other enemies like that. And we're good. Alright, we're stocked up and ready to go. After all, there's one last crown to see. And this was the third one that came out. The Ivory King. Be aware, this one will test you no matter what. Eliam Lois was the final DLC and representative of everything they'd learned developing this game. Now, as we've seen, heading to the left just gets you attacked by something, or Ava, the king's pet. Boy. Ava, the king's pet, and it's invisible, so nothing we can do about that. Yep. Yeah, bleed's quite a status effect in this game, huh? Yep, they managed to break my guard. Oop. Yeah. Alright. Well, all we can do is try again. And keep trying. Eliam Lois, which was tied closest to Vendrick. It's literally on the way to... Yeah. The Shrine of Winter, which is right on the way to the castle. Alright. No. Notice that these guys, A, don't flinch again. And B, he doesn't bounce off you like a spear normally does. Radiant life gems. Love to see them. Oh. Yeah. There we go. And a broken switch and a elevator filled with coffins. Yeah. Yeah. That's real encouraging, ain't it? By the way, yeah, the soldiers of this place aren't just mere cutthroats. They're actually fairly capable magic users as well. Golden fruit bomb. Oh, another one. Yeah, these guys really want you dead. There we go. But yeah, this blizzard makes it impossible to see anything. Still, all we can do is press on. Eventually we'll find something to help with this, I imagine. Yay! Puppies! Been a while since we've had to deal with dogs. They're nowhere near as commonplace as they were in Dark Souls 1. A winged spear plus 7. So, if you want to vary up your playstyle, absolutely switch up weapons. They give you plenty of resources to experiment and play and see which style works best for you. Some more torches, which would help with the light, but yeah, those all. Oh, path that's frozen, and all of a sudden there's a lot of blood stains. Despair ahead, huh? Yeah. This spot right here kind of emphasizes what makes these soldiers so rough. I said they were magic capable. Yep. Okay, this one doesn't have a shield. Nice. Yeah. Note this one with ice on its back is a little different. Yep. There we go. These are the regular soldiers. The ones with ice on the back are a little different. For one thing, you can't backstab them. For another thing, they're more focused casters. And they do cast pretty damn quick. The ice. You're talking about the ice jab. The ice jab, right? Well, I forget what they call it officially. Okay. Double chug. There we go. But this sword that he's wielding now, I believe it technically has the highest DPS of any of the straight swords. Yep. Yep, caught me. Alright. Go for the chug. I'm using the Red Iron Twin Blade. Red Iron Twin Blade plus 10. Let's see. Currently sitting at 464 for damage because it has an A rank scaling. My secondary weapon is the Bone Scythe. I don't rely on it as much just because it has a considerably lower durability. Because, unsurprisingly, being made of bone, it doesn't hold up that well in an extended fight. Getting, Alright. Now, as you can see, this guy up here, but that's what the longbow's for. It's one of the reasons I wanted to make sure I had a consistent long-range weapon before I... I wanted to make sure I had a consistent long-range weapon before I started doing the Ivory King DLC. And being able to knock these idiots off their feet is a nice little perk. Alright, come on, stick your head out. Oh no, you're stuck. Okay. Ah, come on. Alright, should have the shot there. There we go. Yeah, I'll give it this. The DLCs were well thought out and well constructed. But they do test you much more, and they test you much, much more than the regular main game. That being said, however, the main game, because this is so difficult, it is one of those cases where whether I can suggest the game to someone actually depends on whether or not they're doing the DLCs. Because if they're not planning to do the DLC, I can suggest this to even people who aren't big into the Souls series and don't really like frustrating games. Because the main body of Dark Souls 2 is fairly friendly towards new players. You'll run into some trouble, but you generally will be able to push through. That's not the same for the DLCs. Simply put, there are places in this where you will get choke pointed, and unless you know exactly what you're doing, you may never actually push through. It's unfortunate, but it is one of those cases where some people like it, some people won't. Yeah, which isn't a bad thing. Elden Ring was popular because it was more accessible. And getting the hell out of here before he starts getting me pinned too much more. Besides, and I mean, that's one of those things where it's like, if you want accessible or if you want a real big challenge. Of course, for me, if I want a big challenge, I'll go do Bloodborne. Because I enjoy Bloodborne far more than I do... I won't say most of the series. Like, 3 and Bloodborne are pretty tied to me. I love both games. They're both amazingly well done. And Elden Ring just took what they learned from 3, and just went further. Alright. So it's just a case of each game plays a different role. even in the stories they're telling, each game tells you a different story. 2 is about kings and queens. 2 is about what is a king? What makes these people stand out? Ah, okay, these won't mean... These people who are kneeled, these priests and mages... Yeah, that's the whole point, though. Oh, okay. Our first one of the frost elementals. That's what I just call them. They're probably just a different type of mage soldier, but is their official title, but they're able to summon and dismiss icy weapons. And as you can see, the chests are all frozen over. Yep. So this back area is kind of a no use at this point. So long as the blizzard's up, a lot of this area is going to be cut off from you. Well, and as far as the story of this game goes, the way I believe this works, from my perspective anyway, is after you choose to either link or walk away from linking the fire, you end up essentially in the things betwixt, which is the world between. The things betwixt is the place between life and death. And the worlds we're seeing are obviously tied to each of those people who have linked the fire, because their journey travels with them. Because, remember, our currency is souls. And souls hold memories. Memories of places, memories of time. So each one of us, each person you've encountered, it's the reason you don't encounter someone who hasn't been cursed. It's the simple truth. This is where you end up. The place of Majula is just representative of our player character's safe area. The town of Majula is simply a sort of communal purgatory. And the further you push out from Majula, the more you're drawing closer to the souls. Yep. This place is frozen solid. Its people are absolutely hidden and buried in the snow. By the way, yeah, nice ambush. Even my first time through here, I looked at that and went, nope, I know you ain't dead. Always love those moments in the game. Shh! Don't spoil it, we haven't gotten there yet. For all I know, someone might be watching having never played this game. I don't want to spoil it. I want this game to build up so it feels natural. Yep. Ow. The natural revelation that we all experienced. No big deal. It's just how I like to do these games, where let it build up naturally. It's easy to expose all the truth, but it takes out a lot of the romance and the feeling of this game. Because yes, you can look up all sorts of secrets and answers and lore, but reading it in the wiki lacks the feeling and weight of when you come in here and do it yourself. Because I'm sure you remember your first time through this and how that felt. Where you weren't sure where you were going, why you were going here. And that mocking little phrase this game loves to throw at you, you don't even know why you're here, do you? And the truth is, no, you don't. Even as far as we've reached, why is our player character here? Why are we here? Why are we enduring this pain, this suffering? Why do we care about these kings and the queens who followed them? What does it all matter? Or what is it all pointing towards? What does any of it matter? Can you piece that together yet? Got him. Oh, the Rampart Golem. Wow, these guys do not have a high drop rate. Can't believe I got his armor so easily. Fume Sorcerer Mask. I forgot I got this. After you sang the lava. After the Gold Iron King sunk into the lava, the scores of men were dispatched to this land to tap the replete stores of iron. But they soon lost their nerve when faced with the Child of Dark, and all but the most steadfast became servants of the Black Fog. And yeah, there's a mage art. Yeah, there he is. But yeah, the Rampart Golem stuff is actually pretty rare. Gauntlets of Rampart Golem granted life by the Ivory King. The Golems were charged with the containment of creatures of chaos within the boundaries of the wall. When the doors of Elium Lois were flung open, the place turned frigid and lifeless, but the Golems remained dutifully on guard. So, this is how it's tied to Vendrick. Is the simple truth that this is yet another place guarded by lifeless golems. Just the same as Vendrick left Drang Lake Castle, guarded by golems. After he left his castle amid the battle with the giants, even though it seemed victory was assured. I mean, you see the status of Drang Lake Castle. There's no golems. None of the golems actually reached Drang Lake Castle. Just truth be told, there's none of them around. None of the giants made it. Vendrick won. He had prepared thoroughly, and it was rewarded with victory. So then why did he leave, and why do we only find him naked and alone at the depths, in the depths of a tomb? Why did he go to the Shrine of Amana? Well, we've pieced at least that together. He went to the Shrine of Amana to look for... Alright. Now this moves this elevator that was blocking us before. He went to the Shrine of Amana because he was hoping that he would find something that resists the dark. Unfortunately... Alright. Unfortunately for him, what he was looking for. Oh, damn it. Ow. Oh, yeah. Heal up. Yeah, I thought there was another one. That's what I was looking for. I'm like, Again, just be careful, Sasamu. We haven't revealed everything yet. Not everything here has been revealed yet. Alright. It's a little hard to tell which is these guys' grab, if I'm honest. Ow! But it's clear that, once again, it is very much clear that Vendrick feared something greater than the giants. I don't know if it's an enemy parry exactly. I think so. I think you're able to parry it, but it's a little rough. And I'm just not real good with the parry, if I'm perfectly honest. Okay. So down here, I believe is a shortcut? Oh! I always do this. I don't mean to drop down here, because there's something up there you wanted to do. But, nothing for it.
Turn away and never look back. No one must ever find that which is sheltered in the Leam Lois.
Well, no one is supposed to find what is sheltered in Elium Lois. That voice that told us to leave. But amid all the frozen, we find a skeleton. The eye of a priestess. The eye of the first priestess who watched over Elium Lois allows one to see the unseen. All the great priestesses replaced one of their birth eyes with this, returning it after their term was complete. And for it to be here for us to find it means that the last priestess gave up their life and sought to never let any other see it. But with it, we can now see the invisible. Row, row, fight the power. Yep. Now here, an elite knight wielding a great hammer. Yep. Because this is an undead who was dedicated to protecting this place. Alright, that's about the last of my healing I got in the pocket. So, at this point you typically have several choices. One of which is just to push on and try your best not to get hit. Another is to use the aged feather. Go back and try and get here again. Neither answer is necessarily wrong. But, and it's a little hard to see with all the mist, but there's a mist door here. Yep. And note, we're now far enough, these mage casters will start attacking us. Yeah. We've reached the second bonfire, the inner wall. The the abandoned dwelling, the inner wall. There are 2 more bonfires, and 1 more side area that is effectively just the same as the Iron Passage and Dragon's Sanctum. What do you call it? Yeah. Oh, gods. Yeah, Priestess's Chamber, Iron Passage. These are all just extra areas that you'll be able to find to the side to basically prove yourself as a master of the game as much as possible. Yep. What time is it? Oh, wow. Oh, gods. Damn. Man, time goes fast. So unfortunately, because I have to work today, I'm going to have to call it here. So, I want to thank you all for joining me. I have been the Ephemeral One, and this has been more of Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin. We've made it far, and there's a final push to make. But, we'll be able to do just that. So, thank you all, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now, folks. Bye for now.